Hello, this is the blower motor on my 2004 Chevrolet 3/4 ton Duramax truck. They're all about the same. For a long time it's only run on high speed only, which sucks. The number 5 position only would work, the rest of them would not work. What causes that is this thing. It's called a resistor pack. This wiring comes down from the dash, and it selects which resistor the current flows through, and it powers the motor, which is right here. So you're going to need a 7/32 socket or nut driver to get that out. I've already got that. I'm going to pause the video briefly and take that out. Okay, once it's out and dangling by the wires, I've already cut the wires leading to the motor because I wanted to test it, and I knew this thing was going to be thrown away. So I cut the wires off, but normally you'll have these wires leading up to the motor, which is kind of a pain in the neck to get out. That's one of the reasons I cut them off. The new one comes with a new wire connector, so I really didn't care, so I cut it off. But this is a perfect time to clean out your blower, which God only knows what you're going to find. I found leaves, acorns, I found a candy wrapper. Didn't find Jimmy Hoffa, but I was beginning to wonder. But anyway, you want to take this connector here off, and this connector, and throw this thing aside, and hang on to it if you don't already have the part number. The part number is printed on the inside of this adapter, which I'll show you here in a second. So I'm going to pause the video and take the adapter off. Okay, now that the adapter, or the cable's unhooked and this thing is separated, the adapter plate comes off. You're going to need that, so you definitely want to keep everything until you're done. Just throw it in a box or Ziploc bag, whatever. But you're going to need this, so keep it. The new one doesn't come with it. Now, the old resistor pack is going to have some numbers on it. Hopefully you can read that. You may have some different numbers. I had to go on the internet and search, but I was able to find the part that I hopefully will need here with these numbers. So keep everything until you're done. Alright, now onto the motor. When you're looking at the motor, you're going to see a sticker on there. If you're really smart and prepared, you'd have something to mark this with, but you're going to want to rotate it in that direction. You have to turn it about, I don't know, 5 or 10 degrees, maybe an inch of rotation like this, and then it's going to drop out like that, okay? There's a foam O-ring on it. I've already cleaned mine. I took it in a bucket of soap and water, cleaned it out, okay? You get the idea. This is going to be full of crap, more than likely. If it's clean, I'd be very surprised, a truck this old. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to put it back one-armed. It's very difficult making these videos with a telephone, but anyway, you sashay it up in there. Try to keep the O-ring. I had to cut the O-ring because it was so stretched and distorted that it was too long. So I'm recycling that, and like I said, I'm trying to do this one arm, which is very hard, I might add. Crawling on my knees. So anyway, get this blower back up in that hole, get this thing to where it was when it came out, and rotate it back. Here's where it's going to be when you put it up in there. It's slightly pointing off toward the driver's position in the truck. Rotate it, and it's almost pointing straight back, ever so slightly toward probably the middle of the passenger seat. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again. Okay, what I ended up doing is taking the motor back down. It only took a second, because in their great wisdom, they put the connector on the back of the motor where you could, very difficult to get to and nearly impossible to unclip. So now the resistor pack is plugged into the motor. The wires from the car, the truck, are here ready to go. So I've got those tucked up out of the way because they are in the way. And now what we're going to do is place this thing up in the hole in the air plenum and then put this adapter over it and tighten the screws. So I'll go ahead and pause the video and do that.